The Miller house was strangely silent. It wasn't the usual silence of the night, but something heavier, as if the air was imbued with an invisible presence. The clock read 12:15 a.m., and the sound of Charlie's paws, the family dog, echoed through the empty hallways. His eyes were fixed on Oliver's crib, as if something was calling his attention. Something was wrong, but Charlie didn't know what. His quick steps grew heavier, his breathing shorter, as if he knew that something imminent was about to happen. Grace woke up with an inexplicable sense of discomfort. The air in the house felt thick, heavy with an energy she couldn't identify. When she entered Oliver's room, her stomach turned. The baby had a high fever, his face red and sweaty, breathing with difficulty. Fear paralyzed her for a moment, but then she shouted, "We need to go to the hospital now!" Charlie, however, wasn't calm. The dog ran to the door, barking and scratching, as if he knew something even more serious was happening. The fear grew inside Grace, but she didn't hesitate. "We can't turn back. We have to trust," she thought, accelerating even more. When they arrived at the hospital, the diagnosis was quick, dangerous fever, but one that could be controlled with medication. The relief was instant, but Grace couldn't shake the feeling that something still wasn't right. The tension in her chest didn't subside. Charlie, ever loyal, stayed by Oliver's crib, his eyes fixed on the baby, as if he knew something no one else did. In the following days, the Miller house was quieter than ever, but the feeling of tension didn't fade. Charlie seemed more determined than ever to stay near Oliver, his eyes always watchful and vigilant. Why was he like this? Grace started to notice something she couldn't explain. There was something profound in Charlie's behavior, something she couldn't comprehend. He was protecting the baby, but from what? What else did he know? Then one day, a mysterious package arrived at the Miller house. Inside it were old photos and a letter that left everyone speechless. Charlie wasn't just a dog rescued by chance. He had a deep connection with Oliver's biological mother, Carla. It wasn't a coincidence. He had been chosen for this mission. He wasn't just a dog, he was a guardian. Grace felt a wave of gratitude and understanding. Charlie wasn't there by chance. He had always known what to do. He had always been more than just a pet. He was the missing piece. He was Oliver's guardian. That night, Grace sat next to Tom, watching Charlie lying beside Oliver. The silence finally made sense. Grace understood that the true miracle wasn't in invisible forces or in luck. The miracle was in Charlie's unconditional, silent love, the guardian who always knew what to do. When Grace looked at Charlie, her eyes filled with tears. Their connection was never just about protection. It was about a bond so deep that it transcended words. Charlie always knew. He had always been there, fulfilling his role, without questioning, without hesitating. And in that moment, Grace knew that love is what holds everything together. Charlie's love, Oliver's love, and her family's love. That was the miracle. It wasn't invisible forces, it wasn't coincidence, it was love. If this story touched your heart, share with us your own experience of unconditional love. Have you ever lived a moment where love was the greatest miracle in your life? Comment below and subscribe for more stories about the power of love and the miracles it creates. Because in the end, the greatest miracles happen when love is the most powerful force in the universe.